Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and yep, this has been another busy day getting FOIA requests, and feel free to donate on my donate button, because I am actually flipping the bill for this stuff, and they're starting to raise the prices, trying to get us from stop getting the stuff. But this is another one of the latest FOIA requests. Freedom of Information Act. I mean, it's really easy, man. Just get your sheriff and your police email, say I have a FOIA request for whatever you want. Sometimes it's free, sometimes it's not. This one actually was kind of free. Actually, they're overcharging, and we're going to be asking ASCLU lawyer about it. What I asked for is, first I said I want all the internal affairs reports, and they wanted an ungodly amount, like $100 plus, man. It was unreal. So then I found out, I said, just give me the latest one. So here's just the latest internal investigation filed on Robert Tuck. I figured, hey, if he's going to investigate me, I'll investigate him back, right? I mean, why not? So I have the right. But anyways, wow. This is just the latest one, and I got another one coming tomorrow. I just put money down on, well, actually in a couple days. We heard he got busted for roids and steroids. And rumor, this is rumor right now, so question mark, we heard that when he was busted for the steroids, he was working at the jail, and he might have even been having sex with some of the women at the jail. So it's an ungodly mess. He got busted for that at the jail, and then they made him a sheriff. Isn't America great? Oh my freaking God. So anyways, here's his latest IA complaint, and then of course, internal investigations, you're investigating yourself. It's like the mafia investigating itself, which is a freaking joke. I mean, this is sad. So I read through this thing quickly. I'm going to do it kind of quickly through to you guys too, but when you hear what was told to them and how they think that this is not bad, wow, then you will realize internal investigations is a freaking joke. That's why we have another guy that is an ex-cop from 1990, and he agrees that cops nowadays are totally off the chart. He had corruption happen to him from the Charlotte County Sheriff, and IA did nothing, and he's going for a federal civil rights lawsuit. So say a prayer for that he gets it, and he sues them out of existence, because you can sue them out of existence. If you sue them enough, they cannot afford the insurance, and they cannot afford to stay in business. It's great, man. So that's the good part about suing. And you have the right, okay? They F with you, you F back. That's, for the moment, we have the freedom. So anyways, here you go. Internal Affairs, Roger Reed, this guy is not a good guy. I believe this is the same one that looked at my internal investigation and complaint against him for illegally looking me up in David, and how we consider it malicious intent. Because I run COPWATCH, 37 million views, 35,000 subscribers, more than 2 million views a month in 3 years, and they freaking hate my guts. Because I am letting people know it's so corrupt, it's not even funny. So anyways, and sure enough, they said, oh, well, that letter of reprimand is good enough, man. He's a good guy. Really? Let's read this, and you're going to find out he's not a freaking good guy. Look at this, unfounded. Okay. So anyways, here we go. Citizen complaint, Randy Kellenoff regarding Robert Tuck. That's the one that did the legal David search on me. Where are we? Okay, yes. Subject name, Aaron Patrick, Goff Melvin, law enforcement official. Who is it? Who do we got? There we go, Robert Tuck, right there. That's him. Wow. Really? He is only 30. So he is young. I thought he was older than that. Oh my God, that's kind of in a weird way scary. Anyways, Robert Tuck. There you go. Leo ID. There's his number right there. Remember too, if you're looking at these videos, you see any phone numbers or emails, use them, okay? Absolutely use them. So what do we got here? Internal Affairs. Complaint, Randy Kalin against Robert Tuck and Sergeant R. Goff, unfounded. Upon the review of attached complaint, I find no violation of Robert Tuck's contact and advisor, and no policy is been violated. And like I said, wait, I just read it quick, and oh my God, not good, not cool at all. Now you'll agree that's why we are going to sue, because this guy is not cool. And this is just one of the internal investigation complaints against him. And like I've been mentioning to people here lately too, I have an idea that we should all do a FOIA for all the internal investigation complaints made to a police department or sheriff's department, because as you're going to see here, they are not doing their job. I am doing the job for them. I am letting you people know what's going on, what happened, and how they're not for the public. They're for them. That's it. It's just really sick and sad. So here you go. Chief of Police, blah blah. Preliminary investigation following information was compiled by ACES. We were speaking to Deputy Tuck and speaking with Susano. Your support wanted to file a complaint to Deputy Robert Tuck. Randy spoke to Susano, advised some incident at the beginning of the month of August that involved Randy and her fiance Garcia. Randy provided a written statement. My name is Randy L. KENNETH. I am writing to complain to Robert Tuck. There was an incident at the beginning of the month of August and involved me and my fiance Edward Garcia. When Tuck had first pulled me over, he said I'd be getting arrested for at least 3 different misdemeanors, including driving under permit, which I had at the time. He had my license in hand, and that he'd be towing my truck. He didn't pay any attention to my fiance until he started getting a smart mouth with Tuck due to him threatening with me being arrested. He then stated that to us that if he was out to get us, that he'd make sure that we'd be pulled over or arrested every time we leave my house. He said that my fiance was driving, but when he pulled us over and we came to a stop, I was in fact driving, and he even ordered us out of the truck. Witness, we're even told to get back inside because no one saw that happen or who was driving. He even refused the medical attention and said I'd be arrested. Every day, night since this happened, he has drove by, not only in his police car, but his personal car, pointing at my house. This is not the first time he has harassed us. Last year, he was arrested. He arrested my fiance with the same charge and even pulled me over right after leaving my house. I have let this go so many times before. Now, this is a great point because we just made a video for the lawsuit that we're filing that there is flat out, oh my God, intimidation big time. I've heard so many stories, and it happened to me. Like I've told you guys, I have 17 cameras. I have a huge channel. I post, anytime they drive by, I post it. So the lawyer had me count them, and in 3 years, the cops do not live here. This is not that bad of a neighborhood. 3 years they drove by 495 times approximately. In 1 year, right after it was getting bad and everything, they mellowed down because they found out they were being recorded and put on YouTube, so they didn't do it as much. But so 3 years ago, in 1 year they did it 240 times in 1 year. So I know what this person is talking about. These people are out of control. That's why I got the cameras. That's why I started posting the videos. That's why I started COPWATCH, blah, blah, blah. So this crap is real. And it's not legal, period. I spoke with Sergeant Casano after conversations with Randy. Casano advised Randy told Tuck constantly drives by her house in his patrol car, rolls down the windows and points a gun at her. Randy stated Tuck also drives by her house in his personal vehicle and points his hand out the window at her in the shape of a gun and makes a motion with his fingers. He was pulling a trigger, the handmade gun. Randy described Robert Tuck's personal vehicle as a white pickup. The deputy truck does not own a white pickup. Randy also told he was also called CSO several times to report the harassment, and she has either been told CCO was too busy to spend time with someone, or has been told not to speak would show up and contact her. I researched ACES, found no records of Randy calling CCO at any time to report any harassment regarding deputies. The incident at the beginning of August Randy is referring to is her complaint is traffic stop arrest CCO case, blah blah, which occurred on 8/16, approximately 17 hours. Street crime unit was conducting surveillance in the area to make material in an attempt to locate a wanted felon, which was unrelated to Randy. Tuck was in an unmarked vehicle in the parking lot of Walgreens, colored expedition, driving the park. Tuck is familiar with the vehicle from prior law enforcement contact. Tuck is also familiar with Garcia. Edward is known to drive despite Edward has a suspended license, listed a habitual traffic offender. Tuck had also previously arrested Edward for felony whatever that is. The expedition drove through the parking lot, and Deputy Tuck observed a white male operating the vehicle who matched the description of Garcia. Edward has several tattoos on him, parked in the Walgreens. An uninstructed view of the driver provided a description of the driver. There's also a white female in the passenger seat, later identified as Randy Kalanoff. Expedition turned out on and was able to pull behind the Expedition, pulled over Elkin, and suspended driver's habitual traffic offender, activated his emergency lights, sirens, conducted traffic stop. The Expedition crossed, immediately stopped, quickly turned the Expedition left onto Tuck, stand up driver's seat, and Figo was traveling in a forward position. Observed Edward jump into the rear seat of the Expedition of the truck. While it was occurring, the Expedition veered left off the roadway, stuck the mailbox partially into the yard, and steered it, and then stopped. Oh, that's fun. I remember those crazy days. Deputy Tuck quickly approached the vehicle and located Randy in the driver's seat, and Edward, lying in the rear, appeared to attempt to conceal himself. A pulled over on the scene, and Tuck was contacting Expedition. They were driving to the hospital. Wanted me to call her an ambulance, stated no. Asked Randy was driving. She was sitting driving to the hospital. Asked Randy was traveling the opposite. And Gertrude advised that it makes any sense. Could travel take longer to the hospital? Randy was unable to provide an answer. Entered exit of the vehicle, placed in cut. I spoke with Randy, advised her arrested for a few charges, include obstruction, allowing Edward to drive. Vehicle also be impounded, and again said they were trying to get to the hospital because she was sick. Randy then said he was going to throw up and walk down the roadway. Randy made motions as she's going to vomit. Nothing happened. Again, she wanted to call EMS. And Randy stated reason for driving off the highway, switching seats at this point, was in the rear, asked to speak to the supervisor, provided a lot of narcotics information. I advised Edwards I would gladly speak to him about narcotics information. I was going to jail since he was under arrest. I spoke with Randy again, explained the driving brake. I asked driver's license. Randy stated, you try and tell me can't drive, works out, no we weren't. I explained the appearance process and advised she headed home to work on getting Edward around zero. Due to the allegations, Randy present traffic stop wrecks. I do not Randy's complaint. Okay. Anyways, Citizens Inquiry Complaint Form. Oh, here we go. Randy Kalanoff. Okay, blah blah blah. Robert. See, this is kind of not fair. They always leave the victim stuff in here, but if it's anything about a cop, oh my God, you're done. It's gone. You can't see it or read it. My name is Randy Kalanoff. I'm writing a complaint about Robert. There was an incident at the beginning of the month in August involved me and my fiance. And when the truck had first pulled me over, he said that I'd getting arrested for at least 3 different misdemeanors, including driving with a permit, which license. Okay, actually, I think we did read this. Okay, we did read this. Self-initiated, internal, permitting unauthorized person to drive. What else do we got? Garcia. So there's his name. So then they added the whole report to this, as you can see. And okay, so here's his report of what happened. And yeah, there you go. And then wow, we get pictures. See, we got to make sure we prove they're guilty and not the cop. So let's put all their stuff. This was kind of interesting. I wasn't sure about this. But okay, fine, the guy is kind of bad, but if there was a complaint, there's a complaint. But yeah, this is kind of bad. So anyways, so here you go. Here is the first internal investigations complaint I got against him. This is the latest one against Robert Tuck, and yeah, it is long. What page? Oh my God. Okay, here's her. This is the lady that made the complaint, and why? What's going on here? I don't know what all this is. Not sure. Still scrolling, and that's it. But this is my point. They're doing internal investigation. Why can't we have outside investigation? Because like I said, they didn't do anything for me. They didn't do anything for a lot of people that I know, and they're always found not guilty. So And like I said, the part where he's been driving by and harassing. Like I said, it happened to me. That's why I documented it with video. So, anyways, there you go. This is the first one. There's more coming. I will let you know. And like I said, everybody needs to do a FOIA request to find out if they've been illegally looked up in the David system and the NCIC system and the FCIC system. You need to see if you were searched in any of those systems, because the lawyer said if we find enough people where they've abused the system, we can go for a class action lawsuit. So yes, Mr. Robert Tuck, you investigated me. I'm investigating you, and here's one of the first reports, and the next one's going to be the steroid one. So what do you think?